So for many years, I've been a hardcore gamer. I've played hundreds of games, completed hundreds of games, and I think there's something that many people agree with, maybe some don't, but I think it needs to be said. Games today have just been terrible. And I'm not talking about every game sucks, but I'm talking about 10 years ago, even longer. I'd say from when I was a kid, because I'm 23. So I started playing video games when I was maybe like 5, 6 years old. Back then, there was no shortage of good games. Now listen, everybody has different preferences of what they like to play and what they don't like to play. Like for me personally, I love open world games. I love solo games like stories. I love open worlds, GTA, Red Dead, all these type of games. I love them. But today, there's like nothing good anymore. Like back in the day, there was an abundance of games you could play. And listen, some people don't like certain games. Like me personally, I don't like fighting games. I'm terrible at them. But even then, they were still really good. Like, I'm not going to down a game because I don't like it, but, that's besides the point. But today, it's like every game is like, it's a hit or miss. Like, for example, with Call of Duty, what the fuck is going on? Like, I really think the developers just listen to the people's, like, suggestions and say, hey, you know what? Fuck you. We're going to do the exact opposite and fuck you over. You're still going to buy it. And you know what? They're right. Realistically, they're right. But like, what's going on? Like, I remember 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, up to like 2018, it was just nothing but fucking bangers. Game after game was just nothing but hits. And of course there were a few misses, there were a few bad games, but it was like one out of the 10 were like a bad game. Like they had a 90, maybe even more, 95% success rate, realistically. But today it's like you're praying that a game is good. You're really hoping that a game is good. You're like, oh man, come on, please don't be shit. Please don't be shit. Please don't be shit. Like, what is this? Like, do you guys just listen to the fan bases and then take all the suggestions, put it on toilet paper, and wipe your ass with it, and say, hey, you know what? Fuck you guys. We're gonna do everything to make a game shit. And you know what? There's certain factors I personally think that make games really shitty. One, for example, is a pay-to-win game. Like, you really make no effort for for progression if you're making the game pay to win, because if like you just want more money, you're greedy, realistically. Because if somebody's not going to progress at a game and they're not going to want to spend money on it, they're just going to stop playing it. And another one, microtransactions, like all these skins and shit. I personally think in a lot of games it's very stupid. But, some people like the skins and stuff like that. But I'll be honest, I genuinely miss... Like, I'll give you an example. I'd rather fucking pay an extra $60 for 4 DLCs, like it used to be with Call of Duty, with the Black Ops series. You bought 4 DLCs, I think each one of them were like $15 each, plus the game on top was $60. But like, it was so much better. Like, it was just way better than all these like fucking $5, $1, $2, $3 fucking microtransactions that do nothing for you. You don't get nothing out of it. Realistically, you don't gotta pay for shit half the time, and you'll still have the same experience, just no new skin. Like, some guns won't have these cool skins. You won't have them. Okay. The fuck do I want that for? Realistically. Another fucking thing. The fucking Warzone, the battle passes. Oh my gosh, let's talk about the battle passes. That's just a microtransaction that you actually have to progress, and most of the time you don't get shit out of it. Realistically, Call of Duty again, for example, you get the guns for free. There's really nothing else for the battle pass except to unlock the guns. And what, you get all these skins, all these cool fucking figures, and half the time everybody fucking buys it. It's like, what the fuck is this? And nowadays, it's terrible, bro. Like, every time I see a game come out, I automatically assume it's going to be shit depending on the company. Like, Ubisoft, I'm 9 times out of 10, depending fucking what type of game series it is, it's going to be dog shit. Like, the Assassin's Creeds nowadays are horrible. fucking Mirage. I played every Assassin's Creed except Mirage, and I finished every Assassin's Creed except for Mirage. Mirage was horrible. Like, I'd rather fucking smell cat shit for 4 hours straight than fucking play Assassin's Creed Mirage. It's terrible. Call of Duty. Realistically, the Modern Warfare engine, the new one, I hate it. Like, this fucking, like, insane move. It's not made for the casual player anymore, Call of Duty. It's made for fucking sweats. And so, I know some people are going to say, oh, get better at the game then. Bro, most people come home from work, they want to play an hour or two of a game and then get off. You know what I mean? It's not fun if you keep dying to a kid who's fucking in his mother's basement, probably hasn't showered in 4 fucking days. Meanwhile, me being in a basement right now, but that's besides the point. But, like, you can't compete. Like, realistically. And listen, back in the day, and I know I keep harping on the Call of Duty, but that's, like, a big factor into, like, because you know what? Call of Duty is a big fucking series. It's a very famous, very popular game series. Like, back then, it was, like, one person out of, like, every 3 lobbies was, like, dangerously good at the game. Usually you got put in with the same type of people you are. Just people who just want to play just for fun. But nowadays, you're just hoping you get put into a casual lobby. You're like, oh my gosh, please just put me in a normal lobby. Like, these kids are doing 360s midair, fucking one-hitting you. And you're just like, what the fuck? Like, they're just sliding all over the place. Like, people used to do 360 no-scopes. But, like, that was like, but it was completely different. Because, you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't do as much. Like, that was really the best thing people could do in the old Call of Duty games. But nowadays, you're like, oh, fuck, this guy's doing 360s midair, fucking spinning like he's a fucking droideka from Star Wars. I'm like, yo, how the fuck are you going to compete with this? Like, and it's all sweats. I'm trying to think of what other fucking game series there are that, like, have gotten really shit lately. You know what? Off the top of my head, I really can't think of any more. But I'm going to say this. Half of the time, these new sport games, like Madden, FIFA, 2K, they're always just copy and paste of each other. And they're always adding new shit that, like, nobody uses, and there's no point in putting it. Or it's just fucking complicated to the most average fucking player. I'm really just worried too, because I loved GTA 5 to the bottom of my heart. I have, like, legitimately over 3,000 hours of gameplay on that through 3 consoles. Because I didn't play it on PC, because I didn't originally have a PC. I only got one recently. But, like, from 360 to 1 to Series XS, I've had GTA, and I've always played it. I'm genuinely afraid, because of how video games are going now, that it's going to be terrible. And I really don't think it will be, but I'm scared. Because the way things are going, games that have been in the making for 10 years half the time now are fucking terrible. Or they're just fucking... Or nowadays, games are fucking poorly made and then just pushed out, and they have so many bugs and issues that's just like, you might as well have waited the extra time and just fixed it. Like, people are gonna wait either way. And these are not on games that, like, oh, it's the first of this series, you know, people are anticipating it. If you don't jump on it, people are gonna move to something else. These are games like big, like, well-known games that they're doing this. Listen, it's not that hard of a concept. And I know it's not that hard because everybody has done it before. All you gaming companies have done it before. You pushed it out. Great games. And all of a sudden, I'm looking like, who the fuck? Like is there, like, some new rule apparently that you just can't make good games anymore? It's like 1 out of every 10 games now has to be a good one, and the rest have to be shit. Because I don't remember there ever being that kind of rule. But, you know, that's just something I really want to touch up on a little, because I'll give you an example. I was playing a game today, and I was just thinking about it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was playing the new Modern Warfare 3 campaign. I'm going to say something. The new, not the old one. The old one was a masterpiece. The new Modern Warfare 3 campaign is absolute horseshit. Absolute horseshit. Like, terrible. I'd rather fucking eat shit than fucking play that again. because I don't know. I don't know what the fuck these companies are thinking putting out dog shit games. You used to put out masterpieces, like legitimate, like history breaking games. And you guys are just like, nowadays you're like, "Oh, how can we get the most money the fastest way?" Like that shit hurts. It really does. But anyway, hope to see you guys in the next episode.